Hello everybody and welcome to Tower of God episode 13, the big old season finale anime review. For the most part, it was a little bit interesting but sort of underwhelming. We didn't have the big reveal moment that I was expecting from the top of the tower. I guess they're not at the top of the tower. Who knows? But yeah, we didn't. It was mostly just almost like a recap episode, but from Rachel's point of view, which is fine, and seeing her perspective is kind of cool, but you probably could have done it in less time, right? Is that just me? Maybe. But hey, what do I know? The stuff at the end, though, interesting stuff. Probably gonna have to read the webcomic at some point now. So I guess I'll add that to my list of things to do. But anyway, let's get into this episode properly, see exactly what went down and everything. Let's do this. We begin where we left off, with Rachel reaching the top. She won, Bam is dead, success. And then we get a big old flak story? Flashback and backstory together, that was, then flak story. Her waking up in the tower. Turns out, Rachel, the tower wasn't calling her, so I guess that means that she's actually the irregular? Is that just me that thinks that? Or am I misinterpreting it? Is she, like, not even allowed to? She's less than an irregular, she's just a mistake, I guess. Who knows? Bam was meant to be her savior, and then a recurring theme during this segment, she gets increasingly more jealous of Bam getting everything she wants and stuff. Yeah, it was a thing. She's weak, she can't handle the Shinzu, but she's like, I want to see the stars, and Head-On's like, nope, that's incorrect, my good woman. You want to be a star, you want to be special, you want to be a star, you want to shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond is what I was going to say, like that one song. I don't remember how the lyrics go. But yeah, Head-On says, okay, I'll let you climb the tower if you kill Bam. Fair enough. Fair enough? No, it's not fair enough. And, you know, that would be like if I had a best friend, right? Slash love interest, slash simp. And the guy was like, dude, kill that dude who's super dedicated to you and everything. And yeah, and no, Rachel, what's wrong with you? Like, she even says later on, like, Bam's the only one that treats her like she's special. Surely that should be good enough, Rachel. You evil woman. I hate you. She's not even, later on, I'm gonna reel out of order here, but later on she's like all so she has this little smirk on her face when she's talking to Kun later, which I'm probably gonna use as a thumbnail. She's a right bitch. I can't stand her. Like, for a second during this opening bit, I was like, almost like, okay, I can sort of see your motivation, but no, she's a turd. I don't like her. I was right not to trust her for so long. Hate her. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. The giant was her bodyguard, because she keeps complaining at this point, it's not fair, like a petulant child, basically. She gets the giant dude as a bodyguard. And also she can revive once, so I guess when she got stabbed, she did actually die, but hey, one up, I guess, and that's why the giant guy disappeared. So, there's that. The Badmin and the red-hair girl used her as bait for Bam's power, they say. So is the red-hair girl bad? But then later on, it seems to imply that she's good. The Badmin is definitely bad, though. I'm definitely on he's a bad guy. But I don't know about her. Or is it just all shades of grey? It's probably all shades of grey, isn't it? That makes more sense. Yeah, she gets more and more power of him. Power of him? Jealous of him. Words are hard. Red Hair Girl was the one that gave Ho the message. You know, the slip of paper with the message on it. To create an opportunity, I guess, for Rachel. And take, you know, as we know, she took that opportunity. Well, it seems to imply to me she deliberately got herself stabbed so she could, like, attach herself to Bam, basically, and use him to climb the tower. What a bitch. What a bitch. I can't tell if she was wavering or not. I think she was kind of wavering, but she was saying it like she wasn't wavering, so who knows. Waited for the chance to kill him, and then towards the end it's like, she's like trying to get him to like abandon her. She's saying like run. So my thinking is she was actually trying to get him to abandon her otherwise she would kill him, basically. Like, subconsciously, like, I don't really want to kill you, but I will, you know. As she wanted an excuse to not kill him, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And Bam did not give her that excuse. She's all about the tower, though, as she's like, I will not waver, but I'm wavering. And then the badman is all like, this is your last chance. And it's like, well, that's matters what. Why is it her last chance, though? She could have waited a bit longer. Who knows? Who knows there? She noticed Bam was the one that became a star. That's like more on what that thing with Bam with all the friends was, and the light shining on it. It makes sense now. First I thought it was some sort of vision, but no, it's just because Bam has got all the friends and she doesn't. She stole that apple as well, the little bitch. Couldn't even pay for an apple? Really? It's an apple. They're not expensive. Anyway, she then thinks she can't become a star if she stays with Bam. And then she pushes him off, as I said. And she's like, I'll become a star in your place. Oof. And I mean, we'll get to it a bit later on, but it seems like she's basically taken his place. Which, what a bitch. So she got spat out by that worm, by all the others basically, and they're like, where's Bam? And they're like, dunno, basically. Bull happened. It's like, Rachel, you lying twat. I don't know what words YouTube doesn't like, so I'm steering away from the real bad ones, but I want to call her some names, so I'm going to do that. Bam's body wasn't found, Bam's dead, that's not good. Everybody's passed the test because that green guy asked. Green guy who really doesn't know how to read the bloody room, like, seriously? Everyone else is, like, on the verge of tears, and he's like, but sir, did we pass? It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he got his head kicked in. And Dorsey would do it. I'd do it. I'd do it for her. We'd both do it. Asshole, that guy is. The good admin, though, the Goodmin, he's got a name, actually. I wrote it down. They've all got names, I know, but hey, I learned most people's names. Cut me some slack. Lero Rowe is the good admin. He confronts the badmin about how much of this was planned, basically. And like, damn it, what did you do to Rachel? And it's like, no, she did that herself. And it's like, she did do that herself. I hate her. I hate her so much. Hat says they owe Bam a favour, so they decide they're going to keep climbing the tower with Rachel. Essentially, she took his... I hate her. And then, in her room, she's evil laughing, and I hate... that laugh, I was like, oh, you, everything's gone according to plan, and I hate you. I hate you so much, Rachel. I don't think I've ever... No, I have. This is like the most long-term hate. Like, it's like, we built up, like, what, 13 episodes, and now I'm starting to see it. I heard people don't like her, so I was naturally sort of cautious, but I was like, yeah, she seems fine, you know? Like, there's nothing... And then she did the thing, and I was like, okay, maybe she has a good reason. She has a reason. It's not a good one, and I hate her. And I'm imagining she gets worse. Like, I know we're still early days, but I'm thinking she gets a lot worse. So, yeah. Good admin, Lero Rowe, he got fired, and Quan also got fired, so they're going on a journey to climb the tower as well. So that's, I assume, separately from the other guys. The badmin says that the princesses believe that he is dead. Specifically, the princesses they're mentioning there. Don't know if that has to do with it. Is Yuri included with that? Who knows? She sort of disappeared a little bit. Also, didn't see who he was talking to. But then the redhead girl, she finds Bam alive. He's like covered in Shinzu. I guess that's what saved his life. So yeah, she finds him alive. Kun and the others are progressing up the tower. Kun says to Rachel, I wish I'd met him before you did. And then she's got this little smirk on her face. It's like, Kun knows what she did. Like, because what does he say? He says, like, he really cared about you. And she's like, yeah, I know. And then he's like, if you really knew, you wouldn't be here. And it's like, oh, he knows. He's got to know at this point. He's damn right he knows. But he can't exactly go against... Not even he can't exactly go against the will of the group. I mean, this was just the way it worked out. Like Kun, he's my favourite. He's my favourite, and he's my bro. But yeah, they progress up the tower. Bam wakes up. Red Hair starts talking very, is it cryptically? Basically tells him a load of stuff. If you want answers, climb the tower. The next time you'll see Rachel, she would have lived a long, long time. So, I guess time flows differently in the tower. Like, depending on where you are, I guess. I have no idea, I'm going to be honest. She's like, I'll train you, Bam. We're getting a training arc. And by training arc, I mean a time skip, probably. And then he's going to suddenly be really strong. Climb tower for answers, as I said. Bam says, no, the tower, top of the tower, my answers aren't there. I'll find, what is it he says? He'll climb the tower to basically determine his own answers. That was quite cool. He's like, he's not relying on the top of the tower, but he's sort of using it as an excuse to find his own answers. I guess that's not the right word, but you get what I'm trying to sort of say, like that. And then she says, welcome to the Tower of God. And I'm like, she said the thing. It's the name of the show. Did you get it? Do you get it, guys? It's the name of the show. And then he's like, this is the story of them, their end, and their beginning. Is she oh, man. I get a feeling now it's going to be a big old thing of they're not going to meet again for a while. So when they do, it's going to be one of them. I'm definitely going to read the webcomic, the webtoon, the online pictures. I was trying to think of other ways to say it, and I couldn't. I ran out of two, essentially. So there's that. Is that the end of the episode? There's a person with long hair at the end, so I don't know what that's about. Their hair color looked similar to Bam's, so maybe... At first I thought it was Yuri, but then I couldn't actually tell if it was a dude or a lady, so there's that too. But the hair color looks similar to Bam's, so maybe it's a Bam sibling. I have no idea. Maybe it's 24th Bam. Also, yeah, his name was 25th Bam. I only noticed that because I was looking at the my anime list page where it lists the characters. Never mentioned that. Like, what happened to the first 24 Bams? That's the real question we got to ask here. That was the end of the episode, by the way. I've completely got off into a different thing. Yeah, really liked it. Sort of cliffhanger, well, very cliffhangery, I'll be honest. And without a second season announcement, I'm impatient, so I will read ahead. Don't know when, but I plan on it. But yeah, it's been good. This episode, finale, like I said, was a bit, not lackluster is the wrong word, but like a lot of the early bit was reused stuff, you know, stuff we've seen before, just with Rachel's thoughts overlaced on top of it, which is still, you know, interesting, but it was a long ass section, but made me hate her, I guess, so I guess that's good, you know, the little bitch. Yeah, as a finale, it was just fine, you know, it didn't go out with a bang, but it definitely got me interested enough to seek out the source, so, you know, it's done its job. This season does just feel like, if they don't make any more, it's just an ad, isn't it? It's just an advert for to go read the series. Which, hey, you can say that about most anime these days, but this one definitely gave me that advert-y feel, which, you know, is what it is. It's not like it's hard to find, so, you know, that's a good thing. But yeah, I guess I'll kind of briefly talk about the series as a whole, because it is the season finale, which feels kind of weird. It feels weird that we're ending the season. It feels like it was only yesterday everything was getting cancelled, but not Tower of God. Tower of God didn't get cancelled, so that's good. Which is a good thing for Tower of God. It's been a constant. It's been an enjoyable ride. I think a lot of people, you got like basically the way I look at it, you got people on two sides at the moment with Tower of God. You got the overhypers, and you got the haters, basically. I don't think this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I don't think this is a 1 out of 10 disaster, overhyped trash. I think it is good. That's where I think I'm sitting with it. It is good, and I think it's setting up to be great, if that makes sense. Like, someone, a few weeks ago, I can't remember exactly when, I said something like, this feels like the prologue, and someone was like, this is literally the prologue. So, and now, after this, definitely feels like the prologue, you know, it feels it. So yeah, I'm assuming things only get a lot better from here, because I'm not saying that what we've had was bad. In fact, I thought it was very enjoyable, but it's set up to get really good, hasn't it? I like the introduction to all the characters and everything in, you know, this season. I learned some people's names. I learned more than I normally would name, which means I've enjoyed myself. That's how it works. But yeah, I don't really have a lot specifically to add on this. what do you call it, on this series. It's really hot and it's hurting my brain. It's been very enjoyable. I'm glad I decided to watch it. I almost didn't watch it, so that would have been a silly. It's been really good. I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm sorry I'm not very specific with my words. The characters for me were the best part. Liked Kun, he was my favourite. Rag's pretty cool, and Dorsey is best girl. And Axe good too. Shibisu got there for me, and Hats, they got there for me as well. Bam's alright. Hopefully he grows now and becomes better and less of a simp. And Rachel's a bitch, and I think that sums pretty much everyone up in this show. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review, and indeed all the reviews. If you've stuck here from the beginning, I appreciate it immensely. It's always good to see familiar faces. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. There'll be more reviews. There's lots of reviews. There's lots of anime. Speaking of, new season starts soon. It's like next week or the week after. I haven't checked exactly when it is. I think some stuff starts next week. At some point this week or at the weekend, in the coming days, I'll say, to give myself a lot of breathing room, I'll be doing a video what I'm watching for the next season, and you can see what I'm watching for the next season. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes a lot of sense. But for now, I will see you in whatever you decide to watch next. Take care, and bye guys.